While America was celebrating their secret NGAD prototype in 2020, Chinese engineers were already 5 years into a program the Pentagon knew nothing about. And what they've built? It's not just competitive. In some areas, it's already ahead. This is the story the US military doesn't want you to hear. In 2021, leaked satellite photos showed something at a Chinese test facility that made Western intelligence agencies panic. A twin-engine, tailless fighter prototype unlike anything America or Russia was building. No official announcement, no press conference, no bragging, just cold, calculated secrecy. And that's when analysts realized China wasn't playing catch-up anymore. They were racing ahead. Welcome back to Sky Superiority. This is part 2 of our 6th generation fighter race series. In part 1, we covered America's NGAD program. If you haven't watched that yet, link is in the description. Today, we're exposing China's answer, the J-XX program. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the Pentagon is losing sleep over this aircraft. But first, hit subscribe, because part 3 is the ultimate showdown, and you don't want to miss it. Here's what we're covering. First, how China's defense industry operates differently than America's. Then, the leaked specs and capabilities of the J-XX. And finally, the strategic advantages that could give China the edge. Let's start with the system that makes this all possible. To understand the J-XX, you first need to understand how China builds weapons. And it's nothing like America. In the United States, defense contractors are private companies. Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, they compete for contracts. They answer to shareholders. They worry about quarterly profits, and Congress can cut their budgets anytime there's an election. China doesn't have any of those problems. Every major defense contractor in China is state-owned. Chengdu Aircraft Corporation, Shenyang Aircraft Corporation. They don't compete, they collaborate. When Beijing says build a 6th generation fighter, unlimited resources get mobilized. No bidding wars, no profit margins, no political interference. Just execute the mission. But state control is only half the equation. China's other advantage? 20 years of stealing Western technology, and I'm not talking about small stuff. F-35 blueprints, hacked in 2007, multiple terabytes of classified data, B-2 stealth bomber radar absorbent materials, stolen through industrial espionage, advanced jet engine designs, copied from Russian and American sources. Did they just copy and paste? No, they improved them. The J-20 Mighty Dragon uses stealth concepts stolen from the F-22 and F-35, but adapted for longer range and different mission profiles. They didn't reinvent the wheel, they stole the wheel, reverse engineered it, and then built a better wheel. That's the Chinese model. And it's devastatingly effective, and then there's production speed. When China decides to build something, they build it fast. The J-20 went from first flight in 2011 to combat ready in 2017. 6 years. The F-35, first flight in 2006. Still having problems in 2026. 20 years later. Why the difference? No red tape, no environmental impact studies that take 3 years, no lawsuits from local communities about noise pollution. If the party says build an airfield here, it gets built. Workers operate in shifts 24/7. Factories run non-stop. Quality control? It exists, but it doesn't slow things down. The mentality is build fast, fix problems later. And for military applications, especially in a race against time, that mentality wins. While America is still arguing over work share percentages, China is already flying prototypes. But this system has weaknesses, massive ones. First, engines. China still can't build reliable, high-performance jet engines. The WS-15 engine designed for the J-20 has been in development since 2005. It's 2026. Still not ready for full production. Their 6th generation will likely face the same problem. Second, corruption. State-owned enterprises are notorious for inflated costs and embezzlement. Officials report fake progress to meet targets. Quality suffers. And third, no combat experience. China's last real war was 1979 against Vietnam. Their pilots train against themselves in sterile environments. No red flag, no aggressor squadrons with decades of Western tactics. When theory meets reality, reality wins. And China's military is all theory, zero practice. That's a problem no amount of technology can fix. But it doesn't mean the JXX isn't dangerous. Let's look at what it can actually do. Chapter 2, the JXX program. What we know, what we suspect, and what should terrify the Pentagon. First, let's clarify something. The J-XX isn't one aircraft, it's two programs running in parallel. The J-36, sometimes called the J-XD, is the land-based air superiority variant, designed to dominate the Pacific skies and challenge U.S. fighters in their own backyard. Then there's the JXY, the carrier-based version, built specifically for China's growing fleet of supercarriers. Why does this matter? Because while the U.S. Navy is still debating whether they even need the F/A-XX carrier fighter, China is already building prototypes for their carriers. They're not just matching America's capability, they're planning to exceed it. Two programs, two missions, one goal, total air dominance in the Pacific. So that's China's J-XX program. State-backed, technology-driven, strategically positioned, and potentially already ahead in key areas. But does that mean they win? Not necessarily, because China has weaknesses America can exploit. And that's what Part 3 is all about. If you made it this far, you're serious about understanding modern warfare. And that's exactly who this channel is for. Subscribe to Sky Superiority right now, because Part 3 drops next week, and it's the analysis everyone will be talking about. We're breaking down every capability, every advantage, every weakness, and giving you the definitive answer on who wins this race. Plus, check out Part 1 on NGAD if you haven't yet. Links on screen. This is the most important military topic of our generation. And you're now one of the few people who actually understands what's at stake. I'm Sky Superiority. Part 3 is coming, and it's going to be definitive. See you there.